Good day. This is Europeans perspective in session 2.5. Yeah, we're here. Thanks for having me. Thanks for organizing that from the Internet of Things outfit of Sweden, the Research Institute of Sweden, the municipality of Stockholm, and the Open Agile Smart Cities. This is where I'm going to talk about who am I, where I'm coming from reference architect and pilots to implementation, with data space to local digital twins, and we're here to embrace sustained societal benefits. Who am I? Not that relevant. The land of the blind, one eye is king, so I'm the smart civil servant at the municipality of Eindhoven. My email address is there, and I'm member of the Technology Council OWASC, and that email you can find here. Although I've got two hats, this is only my personal presentation, by no means approved by any of my chiefs. So where are we coming from? We're coming from OWASC. Open context information, real-time open APIs, open data platforms, driven by implementation. So the establishment of an open global market for smart cities and communities throughout the world, more than 150 cities in more than 30 countries worldwide. So where are we coming from? Well, I'm coming from Eindhoven, the light city. So in every corner of every street, at least in the city center, excuse me, there's a sensor. Our role as local authority is to safeguard public interest. At the same time, stimulate economic development and ecosystem. Frame our, let's say, more chaotic organic approach and be future-proof. So what we did in 2015, we created the open data principles. A set of 8 principles, local legislation, meaning if you want to place a sensor in the public domain, you have to obey these rules. Far and foremost, if you place a sensor, the data, raw data, has to become open if privacy permits, for free for everybody. A year later, we created the IoT Charter. 7 simple architecture principles. Open, 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 modular, secure, private, and do it for the people. Our alderman at that time, Staf de Plaat, together with the vice mayor of Amsterdam, Mrs. Ollegren, created these 4 principles on more, let's say, political area. They were kind of upgraded to 5 and approved in 2019 as the principle for digital society on the national level. A year later, this guy came along, the mad scientist. We brought all the stuff as input to the guidelines of the Synchronicity project. Very nice project, 3 years, plus 30 million euros, plus 30 partners. Created a lot of stuff, a guide, how it's done. We got a real nice review from the European Union, and we're here to stay with the MIMS in OWASC. So much later, we create the Living in Europe thing, the June Bus Sustain Declaration. You probably all know the 6 principles we agree upon. 2 of them are technical, somewhat more detail here. Bottom line, don't reinvent the wheel, build upon successful existing digital solutions, like the MIMS. So, that's great. In Synchronicity, we created this reference architecture with a lot of parties, with a lot of nice stuff, based from Fiber, from Etsy, from IoT, from TM4, all kinds of generic enablers, building on top stuff, which was already existing and was financed by hundreds of millions euros, originally managed by Nancy Schmidt-Cruz. The same, but then more in Lego for business, Lengo. On the bottom layer, you've got IT sensor verticals with their own dedicated formats and protocols. On top of that, you've got a kind of translation bureau and network connections, context information management. This layer on top of it is a kind of data storage platform where you have the raw IT sensor placed in context and translated in standard data, metadata models. On top of that, something magic happens. Artificial intelligence, business, customer data, whatever intelligence to translate raw data into value-added insights and information. On top of that, you've got a marketplace where trust is key. In this marketplace, you can get raw data, added value information, application services, whatever. There are all these TMF APIs are here for managed catalog orders, kickback revenues, etc. So on top of this all, the services and applications are created which deliver the real added value for all interested parties in the quadruple helix or ecosystem. This of course only works if it's secure, privacy, and it's governed. This also works only if the platform you're running on is monitored and managed. MIMS, the minimal interoperability mechanisms. 1. Context information management from sensor to data platform standardized, ETSI, NGC-LD. MIM2, standard data models governed by the smart city data models by the good people of the FIRA Foundation. MIM3, the marketplace APIs based on TMF. Olavi, our European policy officer, said, well, we're going to scale out. We have more than 50 solutions in 20 pilot systems. We can scale out to these 150 plus smart cities and communities. If you see it differently, this is the picture from the Living EU MIMS Plus document with some other colors derived from the reference architecture. MIMS are plotted here. So in Eindhoven, we got this IT sense, we got an agent, we got this raw data processing, we got Orion context broker, so the SEF building blocks and the MIM1 context information management. Stored on real-time data storage on MongoDB, FIRE generic enablers, Cygnus to do some pre-processing, again FIRE. Data processing in Elasticsearch, open source component. Some data analytics in Kibana and some data visualization in Kibana dashboards, all open source. We got one, we got two. That's it, folks. We would like to have data science or modeling or machine learning or AI or whatever you want to call it as a service on top of that. We want to have digital twinning or virtual reality or augmented reality, whatever. Why? We want to provide end users real-time advices or incentives to have a real societal benefits. And we want this only sustainable if there's a justified but economic business model in place. What we're doing within the OWASP for, let's say, an agile agenda. 1, 2, and 3. So context information management, data models, and marketplace, basic data platform, keep it in order. MIM 4, 5, and 6. Trust personal data management. Fair explainable AI and security. We need it for safeguard public interest. It's a prerequisite. Why the peep are we doing this? Well, for demand, citizens address societal challenges, so have an impact on society. Why the peep are we doing it from business level? To have a justified and good economic business model. Go to maturity. Don't keep reinventing the wheel. Don't create again stuff on tier levels low. Scale out for sustainability. What do we miss? Insight to decision from raw data with some validated models or simulated outcomes and afterwards real-time live results. There the data spaces for smart and sustainable cities and communities comes along. So yep, we got reference architecture, we got MIMS, we are going to do data spaces. So what we're gonna create? Well, we hope local digital twins. This is a picture of Duet. Presentation in the City of Council some years ago. Their solution architecture. This is another picture from the digital twin competence center of Chalmers, so University at Gothenburg. With some milestone projects, they got a nice movie there with a real nice visual of noise exposure by cars in the built environment with more or less real-time information about sound levels. They got also kind of digital twin platform. Again, I've plotted the memes, just my hunch, not validated whatever. In Eindhoven, we use the four-tier model for digitalization. It's based on this report which was brought out together with the creation of the Eindhoven Open Data Principles. This model is embraced within Eindhoven. We'll try to explain it here. So in Eindhoven, we've got on tier 1, the basic infrastructure is there and will explode. Sorry about that, explode has to be, it will grow exponentially. On tier 2, we've got data locked in dedicated vertical silos. On tier 3, we want to free up the silos and have a horizontal data space. It's integrated, federated, trusted and secure. On top of storage, you've got analytics and access, so marketplace. On tier 4, we've got the real stuff. The holistic, inclusive, evidence-based decision making based on proven transparent algorithms, 3D models and simulation, whatever you like. Again, the plotting of the memes not that relevant. So 1 and 2 we've got in place, the rest is work in progress. Yeah, we got all this. Local digital twins already. Augmented reality, virtual reality. This is again a snippet from Erik Janssen from the city of Gothenburg. Nothing, he combines it with UN smart goals. He got a real nice ecosystem in place. There's also the direct link to asset management, building maintenance. And there again is an architecture. Well, I really like this. So again, the memes are plotted here. 1, 2, 3. Some other stuff with Geo, some other stuff with trusted fair AI. Some analytics and something will come out of it, I hope. Nothing, Unreal Engine. This is the real picture. This is target level of detail. This is the derived level of detail. This is what is simulated with the Unreal Engine. If you use the same Unreal Engine with the high fidelity digital humans, you get something like it. Do anybody recognize this? It could be land up to the metaverse. I like this one because it's open, probably, hopefully. What happens with Mark stays at Zuckerberg? Our co-chair of the Commission Council of the Cities, Roland, is arriving for the Dutchies, the metaverse in the city on 29th of November. I say it's a citizen first. If we go back 10 years ago, we had the second life. Warning, get a life first before dwelling into all kinds of verses. Almost there, final slides. Cross-selling, European data spaces for smart, sustainable cities and communities. This is the work package layout of the first preparatory action. So work package 1 is done by us, OWASC, talking to the good people of the Tech for Smart City from DG Connect, so Eddie Hartog and his folks. Work package 2, governance, is done by Eurocities, with close connection to Living in You. Firewires are responsible for the technical blueprint, of course, with the KX and data space for support center attached to it. The Austrian Institute for Technology is the database establishment with connection to the new European Bauhaus, AP, SEC, and all the Digital Europe program projects. European Network of Living Labs is doing communication capacity building. In the middle, you've got the stakeholder forum, more or less governed by the Slovenian Chamber of Commerce, with a lot of cities already expressed their interest. and a couple of cities and RTOs. Wrap up, final thoughts. MIMS plus data spaces, local digital twin is city first, is real smart sustainable stuff for society. Join us. So uh, my thing is, it's not what I presented is there in concrete. It's just my thought. I appeal to everybody to join force in this first year to have a kind of blueprint to build on top in the following 3 years in 10 to 12 pilots. If you're interested, you can follow this link. Express your interest. It's open until the 2nd of December. Well, enjoy it here in Barcelona and see you. Hope to see you at the SCBF Festival. I'm always on. My email addresses and phone number. Thanks for your attention.